And I'm here at the Comrades Expo, and I've just run into a man here who's on his 26th Comrades.
25.
Okay, he's run 25, and he's going to run number 26.
Barry Vargi just turned 70 on the 14th of May, but it's all up here. Well, you know, I ran the first one in 1970, and the crowds, of course, were very small in those days, and you could actually run in certain sections and not see a runner in the distance in front of you nor at the back. Today, with 12-odd thousand running, it's quite difficult, you know, to run at the back. If you're a fast runner up front, you've got a bit of space, but I don't fall into that category. But I should finish in about 11 hours, just under 11. That's my goal.
How often do they have the aid stations? Every mile, every 3 miles?
There's 46 stations.
Oh, okay.
So it's roughly, in your parlance, probably just over every mile or so.
Oh.
In actual fact, sometimes you can afford to miss one.
So, well, I've read that this is the greatest human race of road racing on the planet. Have you run other marathons around or ultra marathons anywhere else in the world?
Well, I've been fortunate enough. I did do the New York twice as a helper to the Achilles Club. I haven't run anywhere else. I've been to Switzerland to see the Swiss Alpine Marathon. It's 67 kilometers. That's a toughie, but I never ran that. And of course, I've watched the London Marathon, but never run that. But I think you know, we're proud of the Comrades Marathon. Just a point to mention: the Comrades Marathon was started as an act of remembrance to the comrades of the Great War, 1914 to 18, the fellows that didn't come back, and it was started by a man called Vic Clapham, and it's been going ever since, except for the duration of the Second World War. But it's a must for every South African to do. It's like, why do you do it? It's like the mountain, because it's there.
I've got a privilege tonight to introduce you to the race director, Renee Jordan. We welcome Renee here. Thank you very much.
It's Renee Jordan, race director, and all about the race. I just want to say good luck to you guys. We've been working around the clock to make sure that all the plans are in place. You guys know about the 3-day build-up of the finish venue. We started at midnight at Wednesday, and everything is going according to plan on the route. I don't know if you guys have been on the route, but everything will be in place for you guys, and I hope you enjoy your race.
Well, we definitely will. No, don't stop.
Well, you see, a race director's job's never done. My phone doesn't stop ringing. So.
Well, I know that.
Yeah, a special invitation. We've already have your ambassador here in South Africa, and the race wouldn't be complete. So 2010, we're waiting for you. Make sure you get here.
When? What is the date for next year?
Okay, for next year it's the 30th of May. And we just made an announcement yesterday that entries are opening on the 30th of September. So if you're a previous Comrades runner, you have from the 1st of September until the 30th of November to enter. And if you've never run Comrades before, we have a period of a month from the 1st of November until the 30th of November, and only 5,000 slots available for novice runners. So all those guys who are coming out for the first time, they must make sure that they enter on the 1st of November. For 2010, it will be the 81st running, and then there'll be a special medal, and there'll be a special double down medal, and we're planning something for the green numbers, a double down, and something for the green numbers, who will be running their 10th Comrades, and yeah, lots of festivities planned, but you guys have to log on to our website to find out more.
I'm Rick Gansey from Holland, Michigan.
And I'm Lois Gansey, also from Holland.
I dragged her with me this year. This is my second trip to Comrades. Came last year to run the uphill year. That was kind of the scouted out plan, to sort of like get the lay of the land and figure out the course, and then come back and race the downhill year. So this is the big year we've kind of been building up to.
Hello everyone, this is Gary Morgan. Well, today was quite an adventurous day of racing. I did the Comrades Marathon. What a day it was, to say the least. A race I'd always dreamed about doing, and it was one very long race at 89 kilometers, 56 miles. there was hills all the time, going up and down. It was a down year, but there was a lot of times I'd do a lot of uphill climbing. But it was truly a fantastic experience. We left here out of Durban, took some buses up at 3 a.m., got up there about 4. We started the race at 5:30 in the morning, and it is such a unique start. There was 13,000 runners. They have the cock of a crow make his noise, and then they shoot off a cannon, and there we go. There's 13,000 runners headed out on the course in the dark. We ran in the dark for almost an hour this morning. So that was quite an adventure right there to start. And now there's just so many runners just filling up basically a 2-lane road, maybe 4 lanes in a couple different spots. But once things kind of shook out, weather was perfect today. Probably hit 70 degrees. It'd been extremely hot here the last few days, and we were thinking it was going to be very hot, but stayed, just a little bit under 70, and it was a super day. Runner from Zimbabwe won it, but he upset the Russian, who had won this race the last 2 years in a row, and he was heavily favored. A Russian woman won it. Russians do very well at ultra-distance races. They seem to have lots of endurance. I learned that when I was race walking against them. They have phenomenal endurance. And once I got done, I ended up running 9:42. It was something being in the stadium the next 2 hours, watching all the events. I ended up getting a bronze medal here. They are small. They're not the whopper medals you get back in the States. As you can see, it's small here. It's not one of those. About a third of the size of a typical marathon medal, but it means so much. And then we were watching the 12-hour cutoff. That was quite the spectacle as they were running down the time. And there was a guy I saw who fell. A couple of other guys picked him up and made sure he got across the line at 12 hours. When the clock hits 12 hours, you get 12 hours. If you're not across the line, you do not get a finisher's medal. But it was a spectacle to see when they shot off the gun, and some people were just a few seconds from finishing, didn't make it. Well, they've always got next year, and next year is going to be a big year. It's going to be part of the World Cup celebrations. They're going to cap it at 20,000. I have never been so sore. This was probably the hardest thing I ever did. I'd never run an ultra, and I don't know how many more I'll run again, but it was a phenomenal experience. I'm headed down to up to Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe, and for the next 4 days, and then to Cape Town. So I'll let you know how the rest of my African experience goes. Well, this is Gary Morgan signing out with the Michigan Runner, which is part of the Running News Network.